So Rudy Giuliani, back in the news again. I'm sure everybody by now has read about what's going on, but if not, buckle up. Things are about to get weird. It all started several months ago, actually, when Rudy Giuliani had called the police in New York when he was in the middle of an interview with a young Eastern European conservative, or so he thought, doing an interview, and then Borat came running through. Baron Cohen, dressed as Borat, came running through the interview. Rudy Giuliani thought it was a scam or a shakedown, didn't realize it was Borat at first. So he called the police, and that's the story we had known up until yesterday. Turns out that was like such a tiny little sliver that it didn't even come close to telling any real part of the story. So here's where the story picked up yesterday. Yeah, everything Giuliani had said back in June or July, whatever it was true. And then it took a weird turn. The young woman, who was also an actress, portraying Borat's daughter in the film that actually is going to begin streaming tomorrow, Borat subsequent movie film, or Borat 2. She was an actress playing a role. And, well, I think the best way to tell the story is just read it. So this is straight from the Daily Beast. Posing as a conservative journalist in the mold of Tomi Lahren, albeit with a strong Eastern European accent, Tutar sits down with Giuliani in a Manhattan hotel suite for an interview in which she mostly flatters him into creepily flirting with her. "I'll relax you. You want me to ask you a question?" Giuliani says as she giggles in response. After blaming China for the coronavirus, he agrees to, quote, eat a bat with his interviewer, who repeatedly touches his knee to egg him on. Baron Cohen first interrupts the interview dressed as a sound engineer with a large boom mic, but leaves before it's over. At that point, Tutar offers to have a drink in the bedroom with Giuliani, who happily obliges. On what appear to be hidden cameras, we see Giuliani remove her microphone and ask her for her phone number and address as he sits down on the bed. He starts patting her backside as she removes the microphone from his pants. Giuliani then lies down on the bed and starts sticking his hand down his pants in a suggestive manner. But before anything can happen, Borat bursts into the room and shouts, "Put down your charm!" His preferred word for, she's 15, she's too old for you. And, I don't want to give anything else away about the movie. I don't like doing spoilers, so you can stream it tomorrow on whatever platform it's going to be on. I believe Prime, but I'm not sure. But anyway, Giuliani yesterday was forced to come out and say I was not sticking my hand down my pants to do what you all think I was doing. I was tucking in my shirt, okay? Which is weird because, if you look at the picture, you can see the picture. That's the picture. That's not how you tuck in a shirt. Maybe that's how you tuck in a shirt, but I'm pretty sure if you lined up 1,000 people and told them to tuck in a shirt, not a single one of them would do it in that manner. You did ask for her phone number. You did ask where she lived. You were interested, Rudy. And the whole setup to this premise, you went up there to have a drink with this young woman, who, by the way, contrary to what some people are saying, he did not think she was 15. And that is explicitly clear in most of the articles about this. She never told him she was 15. He never was led to believe she was 15. He had no reason to think that she was underage. So let's get that part of the story clear. The rest of it is true. Him thinking he was going to sleep with a 15-year-old, that is false. That didn't happen. But either way, he's got some explaining to do, and it's got to be a little bit better than, I was just tucking in my shirt, right? No, the film is going to make you look so much worse, Rudy, because we're going to see what you said. We're going to see the interaction. We're going to see how you followed this young woman up to this hotel room. And by the way, the reason Borat burst in at that point was because he was afraid Giuliani was going to do something. He didn't want it to go that far. He could have let it. He should have let it, to be honest. Because I think the whole world needs to be reminded of what a scumbag Rudy Giuliani is. But from what we have so far, did a really good job of reminding us all that. And by the way, let's not forget that Giuliani got scammed, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what this is. It's a humorous prank, but it's a prank that Rudy Giuliani, the man who we're supposed to believe has all this damning evidence about Joe and Hunter Biden, yeah, we're supposed to believe that he is not being scammed by foreign governments, who he had, according to new reports, shopped this story around to for a year. Yeah, we're totally going to trust you, Rudy, because you can't even figure out after being, interrupted during your alleged interview that this young, attractive 24-year-old wanted to go have a private drink with you. No, Rudy, I hate to burst your bubble, man. No 24-year-old woman in this country, on this planet, wants to be intimate with you. That's a sad reality, but it's your reality that you have to face. Sorry, I don't, get to choose which cards you have. I just get to explain them to you.